Hey, welcome everyone. Pat Mitchell here with TrickTrades Options, and today I'm going to show you exactly how I day traded SPY and Intel weekly options, locking in a grand total of a little bit better than $8,000. We're going to go over a couple wins, one loss, and we're going to detail these trades out, and I'm going to show you exactly how I traded it. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to stick around and hit the like button and subscribe. And if that is not something you're interested in, beat it, nerd, because we got work to do. Let's hit these charts, guys. Okay, folks, so let's go over these trades. First, I'm going to go over and give you the trade ideas on both Intel and then SPY, and then we'll go over the entries, locking in a total of just a hair better than $8,500 on the day. So first off, let's go over Intel and discuss Intel. Now, my initial trade on this was for a long. You can see this level down here, this 44.47 was the execution level. That it was a predetermined level, meaning before the market opened, I placed these levels here and I walked members through. I said exactly when I was entering, exactly when I was paying myself, how to lock in profit, and the whole nine. So that initial trade, taking the trade into the level, locking in profits, this first trade was a very, very nice trade. So as it was starting to hover in here, I ended up adding again, and then I set a hard stop. Now, what I screwed up on this is I set a hard stop just with it was only very small size. Okay, so I set a stop, but it was a limit stop by complete accident. And because you don't want to ever do that and this is a great lesson for you guys, don't ever set a limit stop on anything really, but especially options, because options can be very spready, and it blew through that stop and it didn't take it off. So I noticed, because I've been traveling today, I didn't notice till the end of the day. So I ended up locking in for a loss on this, but that's okay. I mean, mistakes happen, fat fingers happen, but this initial trade, walking through members on this, was absolutely golden. I mean, the entry and execution on this couldn't have got any better. So let's go over SPY, because I locked in about, a little bit over $10,000 on this trade alone. So first thing in the morning, as it was having problems with this pre-market range and with this VWAP, I ended up taking a short, locking in, and then just simply waiting. Now, this was, again, another predetermined level. You can see how deadly accurate this strategy really, really is here. And started in here, averaged into the trade, and then set a hard stop. And then I left the office, hit the road, headed into the city a few hours away. We had to take our dog into the vet and just let it work. So when I finally got to town, finally got into the city, it was right in this area. So I started peeling off, locking in lots of profit here, even with the hard stop. And this one was set with a market, and obviously never fired, because it came right into this level and rejected perfectly. No stress, wasn't red on it for a single second, up to this level. Just an amazing trade, locked in a lot of money. And it's one thing I want to talk to you guys about. So just hang with me, guys. I know a lot of you only watch about 50% of these, but there's a lot of really good, valuable lessons here. So just please listen up for a second. Now, you may see that I'm locking in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single trade, okay? Don't shoot for that. Don't be one of those guys. I have earned the right to use size and earned the right I've put in my time, and that's what happens when you do this correctly and properly and slowly and patiently. I promise you, if you do that, you'll be able to lock in profits like this, but do not shoot for profits like that out of the gate, guys. Doing these options recaps, I want to be fully transparent with you, and I'm going to get into my entries and you'll see my whole account and everything else here in a second. But I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea. I'm not showing you P&L to throw that in the face. I hate when people do that. But what I wanted to be transparent with you guys, but I've got to give you guys the warning. Don't compare your chapter 1 to my chapter 20. Okay, if you do that, you're going to get ahead of yourself and you're going to fail. So those were the trades here on on the day that I personally took. There were other trades. You can see the short on AMD. If you look at this level here, it top ticked it here. That's how deadly accurate this strategy is, by the way. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. It just happens to be my strategy, but it is an amazing strategy. So let's get into these execution charts. So you can see here locking in $10,362 on SPY, ended up walking away with a loss, even though it was an initial win on Intel. That limit stop ended up biting me in the ass, but that's okay. It is what it is. Shit happens. And walking away with $8,517, I believe is what it works out to be. And this is the initial trade on SPY. You can see that for short, remember these are puts, so it's going to be opposite, and it just popped up. I paid myself and then started averaging into the trade. Now, finally started locking in, and then this is my final lock in. Now, because this chart is compressed, it doesn't look like much, but I'll tell you what, from my average price up to my best sell is over 100%, and it's Monday. 100% trades on a Monday. This stuff happens over and over and over again. So really, really nice. Now let me show you the fiasco with Intel. So here's Intel locking in on that first initial trade, averaged into that first trade. Now here it actually looked like it was about to break down and the market was going to break down. I didn't fully stop out. I just sized down and then added back in once it started to confirm, and then paid myself on that push. Really, really nice trade. Locking in some nice profit on that. And then, like I said, I just took a really, really small ad here, looking for the move higher, and then set a stop. The problem was, like I said, it was a limit stop, and it ended up blowing through, because you can see how it's spready, right? You can see how these options, how it misses that, and it won't fill. You have to use a market stop. And then that's when I finally noticed and just locked it off, took the loss, and that was it. So there's the recap. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you learned something. But also before you go, you guys got to follow me on Parler. So follow me here on Parler. It is parler.com /TrickTrades. I am going to be doing plenty of giveaways. The first free giveaway happens to be at the end of this week, and I am giving away a PlayStation 5 for you guys, or an Amazon gift card equivalent to, so about $500-600 on that. So make sure to follow me there. Head over to Parler. I think it's time we start taking control back of our own speech and what's going on with Twitter and Facebook and everything else. And that's why I've decided to make the switch over to Parler. So I hope you guys join me. If you do, you're going to be locked in, and I will do the draw live. So with that said, I didn't want to make this overly long. This is what I got for you guys. We'll get this up, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Check you guys later. Adios.